Thanks very much for clicking on the video link. This is an idle chat. My name is Natalie, and I get to talk to one of the great minds in ADR, Debra Hamilton. Debra, how are you?
I'm very good today. I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is a brilliant thing to do for all of us to get to know each other.
Well, thanks. We can't guarantee, but we can almost promise that no mediators will be harmed in the filming of an idle chat.
Yes, yay. And no animals will be either. So there.
That's right. No animals get harmed. All right. So I know you know what an idle chat is. We shuffle up the cards. We see what we're going to talk about. This is not high-level journalism, but it is a lot of fun.
I am really excited. I'm hoping I can answer the question, but I'm not too stressed.
I think you'll be fine. All right, Miss Debra. When you get old, way far in the future, when you get old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about? What are you going to reflect upon in your dotage?
I would hope they would ask me what I did to make life better for others. And I think because I switched from litigation to alternative dispute resolution, that in and of itself has created my ability to help people solve problems for themselves and not ask someone to do it for them, because we have it within ourselves. However, we get stuck in, I want to be right over getting it right. And I think as an ADR professional, applying it across every avenue in my life, not just in my practice, but in my family, in my neighbors, in the people I'm associating with in the store. I really think that in my dotage, I will say that I hope I created more synergy. I hope I helped others think about choosing to be a collaborative thinker and an active listener. That's what I would hope.
That is a fabulous legacy to leave and a really good story to tell. I like it very much. All right, Miss Debra, next card. What is something that was common in your childhood that will, in future generations, seem utterly unnecessary, bizarre, or strange?
A long extension cord for your telephone. If it was a wall phone, you had to speak in the kitchen with your parents right there. And if you're lucky, you got a princess phone in your room, or maybe it was in the hall, and then you would like a really long extension cord so you could take it into the closet. So that's something that is completely unnecessary now. And it was sort of fun then, because you really had to be creative when you were talking to people if you had a wall phone, or you found hidey hole spots to speak to people. I love that part of my growing up. It was a different time. And I'm glad my mother couldn't reach me at any moment in time for all the naughty things I did when I was young, but that wasn't the question, so I won't go into that.
Next card, skipping right along past the naughty things.
Yep.
Do you normally wear a wristwatch or rely on your mobile device to tell you what time it is?
Well, this is a funny story. My family laughs at me all the time. I received a beautiful watch from my husband when we first got married. So I've worn that, and I'm married 42 years, but I now like to know how far I walk and what I do, and I remind myself to stand. So I wear both an electronic watch and a regular watch, and I probably still turn over my phone to see what time it is. So I have three forms of time telling, and I still can be late. I just want to share that with everyone. It is, unintentional, yet ooh, shiny is a difficult thing for me to pass up.
That's belts and suspenders, and still not
And
enough.
still can be late. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Miss Debra. All
I
right.
wasn't late for this, so I'm glad.
Perfectly on time. Very respectable. All right. Deb, how about Batman or Superman?
Oh, Batman. If I said anything but Batman, my sons would disown me.
We don't want that.
Yep.
Don't want that. Ma'am, library or museum?
Library. I love the smell of the books. Still
it's
love the
actually,
smell of the book. Still love to sit with a book in my hands.
isn't the smell actually the entropy of the paper product? It's decay. The smell is
Yeah,
decay.
it's
I love it.
no, it's the wiseness of the books, the time they've taken to sort of like a fine wine.
Yeah, but I think the smell that I love dearly is actually decay.
Yeah,
But
probably.
but I love everything about it.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
It reminds me of my childhood when I used to go to the library and just sit there and read Black Stallion books all day long.
Nancy Drew. Yep.
Yep,
Yep. Let's see. Do you prefer savory or sweet?
savory.
Not that there's a wrong or a right answer to any of these, but that was
And
definitely
not that
my
I don't
answer.
have a lot of sweets around me as well, but I mix them. So it's always sour and sweet. So savory, I would say, would be my favorite. Salt is my best friend.
You know me. Very good. Would you rather give a speech or write a paper?
Oh my God, hands down, give a speech.
Right.
Hands down, because I just love to think on my feet. I'll put a few things down and then I just always think that the angels come and drop the words into my head. And then, sometimes they come out really well and sometimes not so much. But most of the time, I think I hit the mark and it's never pre-planned. It's always unique. So I'm not good at reading stuff off, say, a teleprompter or something. I'm more engaged.
And you do really well at it. Um, are you a fan of the peanut butter?
Oh, I love peanut
Crunchy
butter.
or smooth?
Oh, I knew that was going to be the next question. That is really hard. I don't know. I would say any given day, it could be crunchy or smooth. I am definitely a middle of the roader.
Depends on the recipe. And my favorite sandwich is crunchy peanut butter and dill pickle.
Oh, how
Best
great is
sandwich.
that? How great is that? I love crunchy because it stays on the English muffin when it's hot better than the smooth because the smooth drips out. But the crunchy stays in. So you gotta pick your poison, so to speak.
Yeah, it's a mediator's answer.
It
It
is.
depends.
It depends. It depends.
It depends. All right. Next question. Would you rather be able to foresee the future or change the past?
Always foresee the future. Always foresee the future because in foreseeing the future, I might be able to assist the present.
All about amelioration. Good on you.
Yeah.
On your mobile device, what's your favorite app?
Instagram.
A little guilty pleasure right there.
Yeah, I have to I just got back from Ireland and I turned all my notifications off and I find it is the greatest thing I have ever done. Who knew? I didn't know I could turn them off. I mean, I probably did know, but I turned them off because I was in Ireland and I haven't turned them back on and it's fabulous. I don't see that little number above the what is it? The LinkedIn that I have 36 things I have to. No, I don't. I don't have 36 things I have to see. Yeah, I do. But when I get there, I'll get there, but I'm not being told. So I love that I disabled notifications and I recommend everyone disable notifications. We are not brain,
Sound,
unless you're a brain surgeon, then don't disable notifications.
yeah, I think that's sound advice. Sound advice. Let's see. Should have put my glasses on for this. Oh, here's a good one for you. If you could no longer participate in the resolution industry, what other profession would you choose for yourself?
I would probably choose the retirement of pets of my friends. I would be the great taker of pets if something were to happen to you. So in your will or in your plans, if you got sick short-term, long-term, I would be the person you'd call, and I would make sure your pets would have a soft landing. I would be the soft landing.
Oh, Deb, that
That's
makes
what
me
I
love you
do.
more.
That's what I do now. I help people. It's so not in my wheelhouse because I'm not trust in estates, and nor do I want to be. But I really want people to remember that, when something happens to you, not just deaths, but others, that you need to really make a soft landing for your pet. So that's what I think I'd love to do. I'd love to be able to take their pets and either keep them myself or find them a soft landing with someone who maybe has just lost a pet. And so they can take this pet. I think that's the most difficult piece of pet ownership, is if you don't live long enough, and they never live long enough.
That's true. That's true. Well, I liked you before, but I love you more now. That was an excellent answer. So, Deb, you've seen the idle chat. You know that I always save the last question to be the same for all of my guests on an idle chat. And that is, tell me a little bit about your practice, and then tell me what you love most about the work that we do.
So my practice helps people in conflict over animals, which doesn't mean just divorce. It means neighbors, landlord tenants, your kids, trust and estate. Wherever an animal impacts your life, there can be conflicts. And I help facilitate those conversations because they are very emotional. God, don't go to court. The judges don't want to see it. Try mediation first, if not with me, with someone else who can just be someone who actively listens and helps you all understand each other. And for me, the thing that is most important about what we do is we enable parties to find the best outcome and not think, as Dan Minsk said, just because I wear a black robe doesn't mean I have all the answers. I think that's a really great credo to take when you're trying to resolve an issue. Remember, you probably have the best issue, if the best outcome in you to find. You just have to take the time to take a breath, actively listen, ask curious questions, and then find a resolution that works for both of you, which you may not have ever thought could be possible. And I know, Natalie, you and I have talked about the fact that sometimes our clients who are helping can't even believe we got to where we got because they never thought that would happen, yet they never asked. And they only needed someone neutral to give them the opportunity to get there.
That's right. It's that potential, that action potential, that's so important to all of our clients. Well, Deb, I just want to express my great gratitude that you would take some of your very valuable time and spend it with me talking about absolutely nothing, just having an idle chat, just having a lovely time with a friend and colleague.
Well, I think that we need to have more of these, because if we always stay focused on one thing or another, we tend to not have the serendipity of finding out new things about each other. So that's why I love these idle chats, and I'm hoping to bring them to different groups that I belong to, so they too can find the fun in their colleagues.
Well, I will, on record, on video, tell you to just copy, paste, plagiarize, take everything from Idle Chat and enjoy it in your other groups, because this kind of connectivity, not only is it fun, but I think it's really important for us as humans. And again, I really appreciate that you signed up to have an Idle Chat with me. It's lovely.
Well, thank you. And my Junie says thank you too. He's right here. So
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Deb.
take care.